Hey y'all, hey, it's Giving Empress, and I'm coming with a Thanksgiving pull. Y'all, today I literally pull 4 lines. Normally I do a 9 card pull. This was a 12 card pull. So the ethos popped up. Now, it popped up strong. And normally it doesn't pop up, but sometimes it does. Maybe because it's Thanksgiving, y'all. Anyway, in this ethos line, we have Harmony, Neptune, and Uranus, okay? There are 2 planets in this line, which represents a divine union because it's coming and falling in the ethos, right? So it's like you had periods of sadness for long periods of time because of cycles of disappointment represented by Uranus on the outside. There were long periods of like isolation, right? But it was necessary due to this divine love or connection. But it's love because it's represented by a harmonious union. It's like harmony is representing this divine love connection, right? It's almost like being shielded from choices or routes that would have taken you out of alignment with the will of God. So that's kind of what's going on in that line. Okay, so now let's jump down to the celestial line, right? So in this line, you had laughter, money, and Saturn, right? So this line is kind of representing a shift in your life, right? It's divinely ordered because it sits in the celestial, and we did have an ethos line pull in this card pull, right? So laughter in the anchor represents happiness. It's happiness to come, and it's lasting happiness. So with money in the center, there's money or kind of a change in finances. But because it's in the center and in a position of balance, it's a steady stream of income, right? So it's coming from some kind of creative choice or some kind of creative source or your use of some form of creative art of some kind, as shown by Saturn on the outside. Okay, so now let's jump down to Earth and the Earth line. We have Venus, Pluto, and Universe. So that's reality, right? So Venus in the anchor is showing that you are sitting in divine timing, right? Pluto in the center shows that there was like a bunch of relationships that were affected or impacted by this divine connection. As described in the lines above, right? So it had like direct impact on a lot of things in relationships for some reason, right? So the universe card is also showing that this relationship also led you down some kind of new path or direction, and some kind of new project or maybe business venture, or new path is kind of taken off, right? All right, so now in the last line, which is, the ground, so potentially negative, we have career, family, and travel. So it's showing that there was a loss of some, kind initially that had like really caused a lot of trouble. But it looks like, as indicated by the other lines, right? This trouble or loss of a job of some kind, it literally is going to turn around as indicated by the previous lines, because those are really strong lines, and this is literally coming from a place of divinity, right? And it shows that it caused like a strain between you and members of your family. Certain members, I'm not sure because I can't tell if it's like a spouse or if it's actual family members, but it's shown that it caused some kind of strain, and that this loss also caused you to travel and be in places that you wouldn't normally be in. But because all of the other lines are so strong, and because that ethos line popped up in this poll, it's showing that things are going to shift and change, right? As indicated by the other lines. So these are all good things, y'all. So it looks like this is a great poll. Maybe it's a reason to be thankful on Thanksgiving. And I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your holiday with your family and friends. And I will talk to you later. It's Giving Empress. Later, y'all.